Hi, this is Craig, and I'm here to talk to you about BookBuilder Pro for Mac OS X. BookBuilder is the program that we use here at Laridian to create the Bibles and reference books that you find in Pocket Bible. We've recently completed work on BookBuilder for the Mac, which will allow you to create your own books for Pocket Bible and install them not just in Pocket Bible for the Mac, but Pocket Bible for any platform on which it is supported. I want to take just a few minutes and walk you through the features of BookBuilder Pro. Now, it's a fairly complex program, and I'm not going to be able to show you how to tag books, but I can at least show you some of what's here. When you first run BookBuilder, it's going to ask you to register. So we first look at the end user license agreement, which you really should read if you plan to sell books that you create with BookBuilder. The program will ask you to acknowledge that you've read that and then log into your Laridian account. Okay, and we found the BookBuilder Pro in that account, and so those features have been activated and we're done there. BookBuilder shows us the Getting Started page and help so that we can figure out how to get started. But let's go ahead and open up the tools. BookBuilder Pro consists of three tools: Doc Analyzer, Verse Linker, and the BookBuilder tool itself. Doc Analyzer is a program that will analyze your document and show you all the different characters and tags and character entities that appear in your document. It's very useful for getting started and for checking your work as you go. We'll see that in a minute. Verse Linker is a tool that we use to automatically link ambiguous verse references in our documents. And BookBuilder is the tool we use to actually create the books that Pocket Bible reads. But the first thing we're going to do is export the samples, because we're going to be using the samples to demonstrate the features of BookBuilder. So I should already have a directory set up. It's already got the samples in it, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. Alright, so now we've got the sample files. Let's open up the Doc Analyzer tool. What Doc Analyzer does is allows us to choose our source file, and then it produces a report, which I'll just go ahead and do this. It produces a report that we can use to find problems in our file. So it finds every single character that's in the file and how many times it occurs. It finds character entities. It finds every different HTML tag that's in the document, tells us how many times those occur, and then all of the different attributes of those tags, etc. There's just a lot of information in here. BookBuilder has a number of options that let us change how it works, and you can read about those in the help. It's a very useful tool when you're first getting started with your tagging. Alright, the next tool that we want to look at is the Verse Linker. We use Verse Linker to go through our book and find all of the Bible references and link those to the Bible in Pocket Bible. One of the things that Verse Linker is able to do is find what we call ambiguous references. So in your book, if you just say verse 10, Verse Linker will make an attempt to figure out what book and chapter you want to link that verse 10 to. This is easiest to show you if I just show you a sample. So I've created a little file here. We select our file, we say go, and Verse Linker pauses here, and it's highlighting the 3 in this sentence that says Gospel of John chapter 3. Verse Linker isn't sure exactly what to link that 3 to, and so it's picked up the word John from the context and is saying that I think you want to link to John chapter 3, and it fills in the link. It doesn't matter that you understand this at this point, but this is the format for a link in a Pocket Bible book. It fills in the link, and if that's acceptable to you, you can press the accept button, or you can use the skip button to skip it, which I'll show you later. So we're just going to go ahead and accept that link, and it pauses again when it sees verse 16. Now it knows that that 16 is a verse number because it says verse in front of it, but it doesn't know for sure that John 3:16 is what you want to link to. It's picked up John and chapter 3 from the context, and it's showing those to you here, and it's built the link for you automatically. So that looks like the right verse, so we're going to accept that. Now before I do that, I want to point out that next in the text is this exact reference to John 3:16. The program will not pause there because it knows that it should just go ahead and link that. So I'll accept this one, and it just moves on to the next. Now in this line it says it's smart enough to ignore 10 a.m. and 2015. So the program did not stop on this 10. It didn't stop on 2015 and ask you where you want to link those because it understands that those can't possibly be Bible references. But it has stopped to ask about the 3 just so that I can show you that it didn't stop on these other 2. So I don't actually want to link that 3 to anything. It's not a Bible verse, it's just a 3. So that's where I would use the skip button to just skip over that 3 and leave it alone. Don't link it to anything. So we'll say skip. In this next line, what I'm trying to demonstrate here is how it picks up context and how sometimes it may be wrong and what we do about that. So it says it picks up context from what it reads. So if I say Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are the first books of the New Testament, then the program is going to assume that this reference to 1:1 is a link in John. As you can see, the book context is John, chapter context is 1. So that's what it's going to link this to. But in this case, just for the sake of argument, we're going to assume that it's actually a link to something else. So to change the link, we change the book context here, and we'll just pick a book, say Daniel, and then we say we want to use this. And when I do that, it updates the link text here, and then I can accept it. And that'll link to Daniel 1:1 instead of John 1:1. All right, and that's the end of our little sample. So this sample was kind of constructed artificially, so it's not a perfect demonstration, but it gives you an idea of the kinds of things that VerseLinker will find, what it'll skip over, and in your real books it'll move a little more quickly. That gives you an idea what it does. It builds those links for you automatically. Okay, and the next tool I want to show you is the BookBuilder tool itself. And BookBuilder is the program that we use that actually creates the book from the file you've created. So for simplicity, I'm just going to build Easton's Bible Dictionary, which is one of the samples that we provide with BookBuilder. And as you can see, there's some options. You can automatically link the Bible references if you haven't already done that with VerseLinker, which we've already done with this file. You can ignore missing images in case you don't have any images for your book ready to go yet. That will allow you to build the book without the images, without generating any errors. And then finally, copy to Pocket Bible on successful build. If you're working on your own book, it's kind of handy to be able to install it into Pocket Bible so that you can see what it looks like once the build is complete. So we're going to go ahead and say go to build the Easton's Bible Dictionary. And when that's done, it will launch Pocket Bible, and it brings up Easton's Bible Dictionary so that we can review this and make sure that everything in here is okay. So that's BookBuilder. The Pro version contains the 3 tools that we've just looked at: Doc Analyzer, VerseLinker, and BookBuilder. It has an extensive help file, which you'll spend some time in learning how to tag books for building with Pocket Bible, and it's all completely explained here in the built-in help. So there you go. As I may have said, the BookBuilder is the last deliverable in the Pocket Bible Kickstarter project that we started about 1.5 years ago. So those of you who signed up to receive it will be receiving your copy soon if you haven't already. And for the rest of you, that's a brief introduction into how BookBuilder works.